You feel tired just walking to the mailbox. Getting up from your chair takes two hands now. And suddenly, you're wondering if a walker is next. Let me ask you something straight. Have you noticed your legs getting weaker even though you've been eating well and going on daily walks? If that's you, you are not alone. I've seen it in hundreds of patients over the age of 60, and the worst part, it's not just age, it's not your diet, and it's not a lack of exercise. There's a silent enemy inside your body, attacking your strength one muscle fiber at a time. This enemy is shrinking your legs, draining your energy, and pushing you closer to immobility. It's called mitochondrial breakdown, and if we don't address it now, it could rob you of the very thing you value most, your independence. Harvard Health reports that over one-third of Americans over 65 suffer from muscle loss, often without even realizing it. And yet, this condition can be reversed. You heard me right. You can rebuild your strength. You can walk without fear. You can stay out of that wheelchair, but only if you act now. If you've ever felt your legs trembling when you stand, drop a number 1 in the comments. If not yet, leave a 0. I want to hear from you. And if this message already hits home, tap that subscribe button. Let's not lose each other in this noisy world. Your comeback starts here. Let's take back your strength one step at a time. Number 1, the real reason. Your muscles are shrinking. Let me tell you about a man named David. He's 72, still sharp, still independent, but he came into my office 2 months ago with something that scared him more than any diagnosis. He said, "Doc, I used to walk a mile every morning. Now I need to sit for 10 minutes. My legs feel like jelly." He hadn't changed his diet. He didn't gain weight. He still walked daily, but he was losing strength. Fast. What happened to David is happening to millions of older Americans silently. And the true cause isn't what most people think. It's not laziness. It's not old age. It's not just arthritis. The truth lies inside your cells, inside a tiny structure you've probably never heard about since high school biology. It's called the mitochondrion, the powerhouse of your muscle cells. You see, your muscles don't move just because of protein or exercise. They move because mitochondria inside each muscle cell are producing adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, the energy currency of your body. But after age 60, something disturbing starts to happen. Your mitochondria. They shrink, they weaken, they die off faster than your body can replace them. According to a study published by the National Institute on Aging, mitochondrial volume in muscle tissue declines by up to 38% in people over 65. That's not a small number. That's nearly 4 out of every 10 of your energy factories shutting down. When this happens, your muscles start entering a catabolic state, a destructive process where muscle is broken down faster than it can be rebuilt. You may still eat enough. You may still walk, but your body can't generate the energy to maintain your muscles anymore. That's why people like David who do everything right still feel weak. And here's the part no one talks about. Mitochondrial breakdown doesn't come with a warning label. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't show up on most blood tests, but it robs your independence, silently. I asked David to do one simple test, stand up from his chair with his arms crossed. He couldn't. He had to push off with both hands, and even then, he struggled. That's the test I want you to try right now. Just pause this video, sit down, cross your arms, and try to stand without momentum or pushing off. Could you do it? The test reveals more than just strength. It reveals whether your mitochondria are still fueling your legs or giving up on them. Now let me be clear. This isn't your fault, but it is your fight. You have a choice to let this silent decline continue or to take action. If you just tried that test, let me know in the comments I stood up or I needed help. I read every single comment. You are not just a viewer, you're someone I care about. Number 2, the hidden fire that's burning down your muscles. Let me ask you a simple question. When was the last time you felt fully rested? You slept 8 hours, ate well, stayed hydrated and still. Your legs felt heavy. You had no energy. You dragged your feet. You lost balance just reaching for a glass of water. That's not laziness. That's not just aging. That's inflammation. And it's being fueled by something even more dangerous, oxidative stress. Now, don't let science scare you. Oxidative stress is just a fancy term for what happens when your body has too many free radicals, unstable molecules that damage your cells, especially your mitochondria. Think of it like rust. If your body is a car, oxidative stress is what eats away your engine from the inside. According to Harvard Medical School, chronic oxidative stress increases significantly after the age of 60, especially in people with low physical activity and poor antioxidant intake. Here's the part they don't tell you. Your mitochondria, those tiny power plants inside your muscles, are both the target and the source of this damage. Yes, they get attacked. And yes, when damaged, they produce even more free radicals, creating a vicious cycle. It's like lighting a fire in your kitchen and then throwing gasoline on it every morning. That's why your legs feel weaker. That's why walking becomes harder. That's why you feel like you've aged 10 years in just one. And the most dangerous part, this fire doesn't scream, it smolders in silence. That's why we call it inflammaging, aging driven by chronic, low-grade inflammation that never turns off. You don't need to feel pain to be inflamed. The signs are subtle. You wake up stiff. You get tired after walking just one block. Your muscles cramp at night, especially in your calves. Sound familiar? Here's what one study from Tufts University found: seniors with elevated inflammation markers lost muscle mass twice as fast as those with low inflammation, even when they had similar diets and activity levels. Let that sink in. Two people, same meals, same walks around the block, but one ends up needing a walker, while the other stays strong. And it all comes down to how inflamed their body is. So what causes this fire-processed foods? Added sugar, sleepless nights, too much sitting, chronic stress. All these act like gasoline, but you can reverse it. You can smother the fire, cool the burn, and help your mitochondria breathe again. How that's what we'll reveal in the next part. But first, I want to hear from you. Have you been experiencing muscle cramps at night or stiffness in the morning? Drop yes or no in the comments. I read them all, and trust me, you're not alone. Number 3, how to wake up your mitochondria and rebuild muscle. After 60, you now know the enemy. It's not just age, it's not lack of movement. It's the slow breakdown of your mitochondria, the engines powering your muscles. But here's the truth that gives us hope. Mitochondria are not fixed. They are adaptable. They can be rebuilt. And once you begin rebuilding them step by step, your body starts fighting back. You gain strength. You move easier. You breathe better. You feel alive again. So let's talk about what actually works. Let's talk about science-backed, real-world strategies to restore your mitochondria and reverse muscle loss even after the age of 60. 1. Prioritize resistance over routine walking. Walking is good, but for aging muscles, resistance is essential. Muscle mass is maintained only when it's challenged. Light walks are healthy for the heart, but they do little to activate muscle growth, signaling pathways, especially the mTOR pathway, which is essential for protein synthesis and muscle building. Instead, try resistance training 2 to 3 times per week. Use resistance bands, light dumbbells, or even bodyweight squats and chair stands. Your muscles need a reason to grow. Give them one. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, resistance training for older adults can increase muscle mass by up to 2.4 pounds in just 10 weeks. That's not a theory. That's a measurable change. 2. Eat to fuel your mitochondria, not just your stomach. Food isn't just calories. It's information, and your mitochondria read every bite you take. Avoid ultra-processed foods. These contain additives, sugars, and inflammatory oils that damage mitochondrial membranes and fuel oxidative stress. Instead, focus on high-quality proteins like wild salmon, grass-fed beef, cage-free eggs, and lentils. Mitochondria-supporting fats such as extra virgin olive oil, avocado, nuts, and omega-3s. Colorful vegetables and berries packed with antioxidants like resveratrol, quercetin, and glutathione. These fight free radicals and support mitochondrial DNA repair. Also, make sure you get enough protein, at least zero point 0.6 to zero point 0.8 grams per pound of body weight per day. According to Tufts University Nutrition Research Center on Aging, for a 150-pound adult, that's about 90 to 120 grams of protein daily. That may sound like a lot, but when spread across 3 meals, it becomes doable. 3. Time your meals and movement. When you eat and when you move matters, your mitochondria are sensitive to rhythm. Eating late at night, skipping meals, or staying sedentary for too long messes with your circadian biology and suppresses mitochondrial efficiency. Instead, eat within a 10 to 12-hour window during the day. Avoid late-night snacking. Move after meals. Even light stretching or walking for 10 minutes can increase insulin sensitivity and support better mitochondrial activity. Aim for moderate morning sunlight exposure. This helps reset your biological clock and enhances mitochondrial biogenesis. 4. Breathe right to heal from the inside out. Mitochondria need oxygen, but not just any kind. Shallow breathing, which many older adults develop unconsciously, reduces oxygen delivery to deep tissues. Practice deep diaphragmatic breathing in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Out through your mouth for 6. Do this for 5 minutes, twice a day. This not only improves oxygen flow, but also reduces cortisol, a stress hormone that accelerates mitochondrial damage. When stress goes down, inflammation drops. When oxygen goes up, healing begins. 5. Targeted supplement support. While food is the foundation, certain supplements can help, especially as our body's natural production of key compounds declines with age. Evidence-based mitochondrial supports include coenzyme Q10. CoQ10 helps transport electrons in mitochondria. Aim for 100 to 200 milligrams per day. Alpha-lipoic acid, an antioxidant that supports mitochondrial enzymes. Magnesium, involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions, including ATP production. Creatine, often overlooked in seniors, but proven to support strength, power, and mitochondrial density in older adults. Always consult your doctor before starting any supplement, especially if you're on medications. 6. Sleep, the free regenerator. You're probably ignoring 1/3 of adults over 60 report sleep disturbances. According to the CDC, poor sleep lowers mitochondrial function. Why? Because during deep sleep, your body clears damaged cells, regenerates tissues, and restores your mitochondrial reserves. Aim for 7 to 9 hours per night. Make your room dark, cool, and quiet. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Use white noise or sleep masks if needed. If you don't sleep, you don't heal. It's that simple. Every single one of these steps gives your mitochondria the signal. You're not done yet. You still have purpose. You're still needed. And once that signal is clear, your body will answer. You'll feel it in your legs. You'll feel it in your breath. You'll feel it in the way you stand taller again. Which of these steps feels easiest for you to start this week? Leave a comment below. It helps me know how to support you better, and it helps others see they're not alone on this journey. So here we are. You've heard of science. You've felt the warning signs. You've seen how invisible enemies like inflammation and mitochondrial decay silently steal your strength. But let me ask you this right now. While it's still fresh, are you going to let this happen quietly? Or are you ready to take your body back? I've been a doctor for 50 years. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this: muscle loss does not care how kind you are. It does not care how good your intentions are. It only listens to action. You have to move with purpose. You have to fuel with wisdom. You have to breathe, sleep, and eat like your independence depends on it, because it does. We're not fighting to be bodybuilders. We're fighting to keep walking, to keep climbing stairs, to keep hugging the people we love without fear of falling. That's not vanity. That's dignity. And it starts today, right now. If something in today's video spoke to you, Tell me in the comments I'm taking my muscles back. Because when you write it, you remember it. And when others see it, they realize they are not alone. Now listen carefully. There's another enemy out there. It's quieter. It's harder to detect. And it affects tens of thousands of older Americans every year without them even knowing muscular dystrophy. That's right. While most people think it's a childhood disease, research now shows that certain types of muscular dystrophy are increasing among adults over 60 and often get misdiagnosed as simple aging. We're going to uncover the real statistics, what your doctor might not tell you, and how you can recognize it before it's too late. So don't miss the next video, Prevalence of Muscular Dystrophy in the Elderly. What your doctor may never tell you. Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and stay in this fight with me because you're not done yet. You're just getting started.